Hello, good morning, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time, nice to meet you, I'm Gabriel. In today's video, it's going to be a bit about the start of my London Marathon block. I did a Q&A on my Instagram, put a few questions here, so I'm going to be answering them. My target time for London, what am I doing differently, because I did some things wrong last time, and just a bit of nonsense like I'm already doing. I've got a 22k progression run this morning, taking this heat training very seriously. 2k easy, then every 5k increase the pace by 5 seconds a k. So we'll see how we get on. And then I'm at the gym at the moment, if you couldn't tell. And then I'm gonna run straight into the sauna. So it should be a fruitful Friday morning. And I'm gonna crank on. One thing to note as well, I've got a swanky new camera as well. Can you see this? I'll switch over now. Cheers for DJI for accepting my payment and sending this out across. It's the DJI Osmo Nano. I think it was 260 quid or something. So it's got one of them head mounts as well. So if you can't beat him, join him. I'm not going to use that today. I'll use that for my crazy interval sessions that I'll put down. I'm going to put my shoes on, stop talking, and then get this run done because it's already getting quite late. It's a bit windy, if you can tell, so that's a nice excuse to have in my repertoire. Oh, fucking hell, I stalled it. Get myself pumped up for this 22k progression. I'm not going to run itself here, stick to the targets. A bit windy. That is the progression done. 22k, pretty windy, but it's alright, not too bad, enjoyable. Realised though, I've not brought any spare pair of shorts, so after the sauna I either put my trunks back on, or I put my sweaty running shorts on. So, see what you think in the comments. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a towel, throw you all off, and I'll probably get arrested. Sauna now. Just clocked the sauna PB there. 25 minutes and then water break, another 5 minutes. 30 minutes, mate, ice in the veins. Just me and the pensioners in there today, having a good chat. Hearing about all the skullduggery that goes on in MOT. Gee, boys, me trip, dude. That is terrible. Right, I'm gonna get out of this car park. I'm currently stuck in traffic. There's temporary lights outside where we live, and it's very frustrating because I get caught in them every single time I pull out. They're like 5 minutes or so. However, I'm going to use it as an opportunity to answer one of the questions, which is here. And I'm just going to put it in as basically, how did I train and work at the same time? There's two things that I would offer advice. I'd recommend to people who have this issue with trying to get the training and working decent hours. First of all, utilise the commute in terms of run in and run out if you can. I would... During busy season, I would basically, on the Monday, I would go with loads of changes of clothes, put my stuff in my locker, a few shirts, crackers, things to wash up with, and then basically I could like run back on Monday night and then run in on Tuesday. Could do the same on Tuesday night, Wednesday. I wouldn't do it every single night because just a bit of admin and stuff like that, but that kills Spurs Wallstone. Even if you run back one night, you've ran more than you would. And second of all, smash work from home. We're all adults here. If you have a workout, you can get in at, say you got a call sign at 9, you can still be doing your interval rep at about 8:48, as long as you're in the door at 8:58ish, sweet, get a bit of water, camera off, sorted. I didn't do that, by the way, I'm just saying if you would want to do that. I'd always have camera on, very, very serious with it, but yeah, utilise work from home days, put your harder workout days on those, and then run into commute if you can, and if you can neither of those, then sorry, I'm absolutely no help, apologies. I'm going to act like I've not seen it before and not already planned what I'm going to say. How strict are you with your diet, and do you track your macros, calories, etc. to help with running? So I used to, by the gram, I would track everything I eat basically, unless I went out, which is probably why I didn't want to eat out. I think it's a pretty classic thing, coming from a gym background, you want to know exactly what you're eating, calories in, calories out, that type of stuff. So for about, I don't want to say after uni, so like 6 to 7 years, I'll be tracking exactly what I was eating every single day through MyFitnessPal. But I've not tracked anything for the past 3 months. I've not opened MyFitnessPal once, and I feel so much better for it, whether that's physically, mentally, just feel in a good spot with it. I don't look at food now and think, oh, I ate that much this morning, so maybe I should pull back a bit so I can have a bit more later. For me, it's just toxic. It wasn't working for my training. I was probably under eating. Even if I thought, on like a long run, you'd be going through like 5,000 calories. I'm like, bloody hell, how am I burning that? But you are, you are. If you're doing 35k, a lot of it, big intensity, you are burning it. So I'm not anymore. I would recommend it to someone who has never ever tracked before, just so you know exactly what's going into your body. Because I think, especially for runners, one big issue is that you are under fueling. So if you track for a couple of weeks, you work out, okay, this is how many carbs are in a bagel or banana or whatever. This is how much protein I'm getting in. Am I getting in enough? So I'd use it more as a tool to work out if you're getting enough, not restrict yourself, if that makes sense. So, but on the flip side, if you're someone who's tracked for a couple of years, come from a gym background, if it's your macros, all that type of stuff, I couldn't recommend it more. You look at a plate, you know what you've eaten, you know what calories are there, you know you're getting enough, and yeah, I'm putting a bit of weight, but that's the plan. It's all been whole foods. I just trust the process with that. So yeah, that's a very long answer, but I used to track and now I don't. So if you're someone who's never tracked before, I recommend it. Just to give it a go, just work out that you're eating enough. And if you are someone who tracks a lot, I'd honestly recommend just freewheeling it and just eating. Listen to your body, eat what you want at the time. Eat just good food and trust the body will just go deal with it. One of the main issues that I had was that I would wake up one day and I'd look at the mirror and I might be a bit fluffy. And then I'd subconsciously pull back calories in, regardless. If it was an easy day, I'd pull back calories in, and it's just digging itself a hole. It's not good. And so I was honest with that. And even like some of the doubles and 4 minutes on a bike, I'm thinking, what are the marginal gains I'm getting from this fitness wise? Why am I doing it? And sometimes it was just so I could eat more food, basically. So I think once you step away from counting the calories, you just feel it's like the shackles are off, and you can just live your life a bit more. So for the past 2 months, I've been doing that. I've been feeling good. I had 2 questions which are pretty similar about altitude camps and whether they're worth the money. I'm going to split this into 2 answers. It depends what you're going for. If you're going for the performance benefit in terms of more red blood cells, better oxygen efficiency, no. For 99% of us, that is. For most of us, we can get so many more better gains from just training well, getting a coach. You can do some lab testing so you know exactly what your thresholds are. So much cheaper alternatives than spending thousands of pounds to go and work the margin. So for 99% of people, they're not worth it if you're just going for the performance benefit. But if you're going for more the training camp vibe, go with your mates, go on like a camp just enjoy yourself really, then they're definitely worth it. You know, quite a lot of money. I've done Kenya and I've done Font-Romeu. There's a lot more to do in Font-Romeu than was in Kenya. Kenya was a crazy experience though. I really enjoyed it there. I do want to go back, but not on a marathon block. Yeah, I'm going to Africa to go and run and go like see all these like famous places you see online. That was class. And then Font-Romeu was good as well because there's a bit more things to do there, a bit more things to do. It's like a bowling alley and there's a supermarket you've heard of. But if you go with your mates, like I went there was probably 7 or 8 of us, all training for something completely different and different times, but we're all doing the same thing. We're all like-minded guys in terms of we like the same thing. Spent thousands of pounds to be there. So if you want to be in that environment, 100% worth it. But if you're purely going to try and work the margins in terms of performance gain, you can do it in a so much better way elsewhere. And being at altitude does take a lot of toll on the body. You're literally dealing with less oxygen. I'd actually recommend, if you care about performance that much, I'd go and do a heat camp. It'll be more enjoyable. You can train in the heat and then get out of it. You can have the aircon on. Whereas altitude, you're literally dealing with less oxygen 24/7. So your sleep's disrupted. Your recovery's not great. Whereas in hot camp, you can get a decent night skip. So if you care that much, I'd recommend a heat one over going to altitude anyway. In terms of cost, I won't go into the details, but for Kenya, I was there for 6 weeks and it was about $3,000, I think. I'll put the exact figure here. Font-Romeu, I can't remember. It was more expensive than Kenya, probably around that ballpark though. So it depends how long you want to go for. So that's another thing financially to weigh up. Is it worth it? In terms of performance, definitely not. For, like I say, 99% of us, you can get the bigger gains and cheaper gains doing other stuff. So I would go with that if you are purely going for performance. What's the biggest reason that's contributed to you getting faster over the years? 2 main reasons. I think the biggest one, I've not, touched wood, I've not really got injured, which has meant I can be consistent, which is basically the second reason. Injury, staying injury free and staying consistent. They're better than any session you can do, better than any 4x5k, 3x10k, 10x1k. If you're going to stay consistent and not get injured, you'll stack months and months of training, and then that's what you need to progress. So yeah, not trying to chase Strava rippling splits in your workouts, just ticking a box, trying to always have one left in the tank, stuff like that. And yeah, if you think about if you get injured, say January, February, really good build, and then in March you pick up a niggle IT band pain, something like that, fully off on March, and then the marathon's in April. Whereas if you can just do a decent January, February, March, by April you'll be in a way better position. And if you have a clash January, February, have to pull it back in March because you pushed it too hard, and then be kind of ready for April. But so staying injury free, staying consistent. Good evening. I'm in Keighley. Oh, nearly. Oh, you can see what I'm on here. Let me show you. Nearly went then. I thought I'd done pretty well. Maybe I'm rocking it. Look at that piece of wizardry. Can't teach it. You can't teach it. Anyway, I'm in Keighley. I don't know. Keighley, as in with an F. Keighley, not Keighley, not Keighley. Who cares, mate? The reason I'm here is I'm doing this coaching workshop qualification thing, so that's Saturday and Sunday, but it's about an hour and a half drive from where I live, so I thought I'd just get an Airbnb local Saturday night and then have to drive there and back. It's shaking, isn't it? I need to know. Come on, hold. You're supposed to... I'm going to put it somewhere else. Also, the one thing that I'm really proud of myself here for is that it's the first time I've ever utilised the camera functionality, and I basically, it's just, it looks yellow in here, but here it's not too bad. I mean, the quality's probably garbage, but it looks white. So I pulled the white balance down, did it all myself.
Softness created by the noise reduction. There is one more thing we can do, and that's change our sharpness by -1.
Not so this push looks garbage. Anyway, I've quite literally got the spotlight on me. Can't mess it up now. Right, I'm going to do it in one take. So, I don't get nervous.
But I'm starting to get a bit shaky, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit weak.
What is my marathon time goal for London Marathon? Best part is, I don't have one yet. I mean that. So, I think it's 13 weeks away now. So, my current plan is that I'm just going to stack some decent weeks of solid stuff, not have a concrete time goal in mind. I have a vague idea, but I'm not going to stick to a pace. And the reason why is, in previous blocks when I've got a target marathon pace, I know exactly what it is from day dot. So I'll go out, say when it was 2:29, it was about 3:32. So every time I run at 3:32 or around that, I'm thinking, oh, how's this feeling? Does it feel good? Could I do this for 42k? And the answer is always no. The answer is always like, fuck me, I can't even do this for about 5. So even in like 1k reps, when you're doing it or like you warming up and stuff, you do like a threshold work and it's like, oh, marathon pace, it's not feeling good, mate. It's not feeling good at all. So having no target means A, I don't have that. Kind of do. Well, you just knew that was going to happen.
Well, you just knew that was going to happen.
Where was I? I'll having a stinker here. I'll properly decide 6 to 8 weeks out, and then have a discussion with my coach, see what the sessions I've been doing suggest that the shape I'm in, how I feel, how the potential target marathon pace feels. But from now, I'm just going to keep ticking off the work, progression runs, working to like half marathon effort. I've got the past half as well in 3 weeks, which would be a decent gauge. So no concrete time goal yet. Also, I've made a mistake of plastering it all over social media last time and then just completely bottling it and blowing up. So I can miss out on that now. Not have a hyperfixation on a time. And then, yeah, just see how the block progresses. Things can change a lot in the next few weeks. Get injured, could feel really good, could just feel a bit laboured. So 6 to 8 weeks out, proper deciding the target then. Stick to the basics. Keep ticking off the work. No hero sessions. Yeah. Having a coach as well keeps me in check. I'm not going to go chasing hero sessions, big splits. Listen to him. Have someone on the corner who I trust and listen to. Running takes you to all the best places. B6 Bradford. I actually got conned because I thought there was 2 in Bradford. Went to the first one, got there, and I was like, I knew that something was up. I was a minute away and it's odd. curry shop, barber shop, curry shop, barber shop. And it was just Pizza Express with no E. But I'm actually in Pizza Express now. Waiting for my Pollo ad Astra Romano. I wanted to go to Francomanca, but the closest one was in Leeds, so it's the best we're going to do. It doesn't look as good as I think they were. It's pretty bang average, to be honest. Not that I'm a great judge of character of food, but even I'm thinking it's not that good. Let me show you. Pizza looks like it's been to the absolute ringer. Some panache from Gourmet, a bit of guile, a bit of intensity. I'm sure it tastes right. See, look. Where's the strength? Where's the grit? I won't come back again. There's a reason why I want to go to Francomanca. It's not because I get it for free. See you tomorrow. Do you think too many people are relying on AI/alternatives rather than proper coaching? Great question this. Fantastic question. Well done, Adam. Could be a 25 marker. Here's what I think. I could speak for ages on this, but I'm going to try and condense it down. You get what you pay for. Kind of as simple as that, really. One-to-one coaching, personal coaching is a luxury. I think that AI, Runna, that type of stuff, it gives people who are just starting a good idea in terms of, you know, done running before, or training for an event, what type of workouts to do, tempos, thresholds, that type of stuff. So it is beneficial there, but there are a hell of a lot of downsides to it. Runna and these apps don't know how you found a workout. If they say you're 8 by 1K, all it's going to see is whether you hit the targets. And you could have hit the targets and you could roll on the floor on death's door. You were in Devil's Office by 2K, or you could have been really comfortable. And then if it sees you've hit them, it's just going to keep progressing them. So, whereas a coach, like an actual one-to-one person, you can have that check-in. How do you feel? Are you feeling fatigued? Are you absorbing the training? That's the number one thing. Do you need a down week? All that type of stuff. So, it's much more expensive, but it's a better service. So, it depends what you're going for. If you don't have a clue, and you just want some form of idea, you just want to get started, AI may be decent, but if you're going for a decent target, you want to put some effort in, and you're probably in a tough lifestyle terms, you've got long working hours, family as well, then you want that human connection, IMO. So I've still rambled on there, but yeah, AI just sees, it's just using past data as well. Oh, this but X ran this session, so to hit that target it needs to run this. There's no thought in it in terms of how you're feeling day to day. You feeling fatigued? Are you fresh? Did it long run? Have you not really recovered after that? So it really depends on what your goals are. So, but I think if you're serious about them, don't trust AI because it'll probably cook you. And I hear a lot of people just get injured from it because it escalates too quickly. There's no feedback channel. There's no communication channel to say, look, mate, I'm cooked here. Don't give me fucking 10 by 1K faster than last week. I was on the floor the other week. So stress, family time, general fatigue, these factors aren't taken into account by AI, which they still affect you, and they're still going to affect your workout. So it makes sense to have a strong consideration for your future workouts. But yeah, I'm going to end the video. I'm going to try and get on the YouTube grind. I'm really going to stick to it. London Marathon's coming up, Barca half in a few weeks. Big weeks to the grind. Big up Sam for editing the video as well. Thank you, and everyone, the couple of people watching this, I hope you have a great evening and a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.